Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back to the Bath Time Podcast with me, Philip, four-figure Pippa Penwell, Reuben George, and Harley Hodges.
Why do we not? Why don't we get called nicknames?
Hello.
What's that about?
Well, I'll give you cool names. What do you
Big
want
R
to
Dog,
call
mate.
me? Big R Dog and
Harley.
I'll be
underscore
Harbour.
Har underscore
Harbour.
Bar.
Yeah. Whenever we give Harley a nickname, we
All
just
three
add his
underscores.
Instagram. That's all we do.
Yeah.
We've done that for
Guys,
so long.
hit up Harbour on Instagram. Alright, anyways, we're back with more
Woo!
conspiracy theories.
Yes, let's go.
3 completely new conspiracy theories. And I'm not gonna lie, I had quite a lot of fun with this one because
Okay.
the last
Can't wait
one
to hear them.
is definitely.
I do like the research.
Proceed.
I think the research it bangs.
Right, we'll start off with quite a well-known one: JFK
Right.
assassination.
Okay.
So,
Right.
JFK was assassinated in 1963, allegedly by a man named Lee Harvey Oswald. A presidential commission concluded that Harvey Oswald worked alone. However, some suggest that the assassination was ordered or taken out by more people, or potentially a secret society. There's a number of different theories as to who killed
Right.
JFK. Start off with a fairly easy one, which is that the trajectory of the bullets makes it seem as if Harvey Oswald, or Lee Harvey Oswald, wasn't working alone, because of where he was positioned in one of the buildings near JFK and where the bullets hit JFK. So one hit him in the back of the neck from a completely different angle to where Lee Harvey Oswald was positioned. But that's a fairly basic one, but this is where it gets a bit more juicy. One of the other conspiracy theories is that he was actually killed by CIA agents, so agents working for his own government, people who were supposed to be basically
Right.
protecting him. And some suggest that they did this on the orders of the vice president at the time, which was Lyndon Johnson, who would then become president, obviously, because he was
Boris Johnson's sister.
I thought Harley was being serious, man. I was like, oh shit!
Is he related to Boris Johnson? Yeah, anyway, so some suggest that he did this on the orders of the vice president, who had originally challenged Kennedy for the presidential nomination beforehand, but lost out. So he clearly did want to be president, but the only thing really standing in his way was JFK. Others suggest that it was actually the dictator of Cuba, Fidel Castro, the man himself, who was communist, so obviously didn't want JFK around. But the most mysterious of these conspiracy theories was that actually he was assassinated by an anonymous global elite who basically influence global affairs like everywhere. Basically, they're behind everything. The belief is that they didn't agree with JFK's approach to foreign policy with like the USSR during the Cold War, and also didn't like some of his domestic policy. So he was too kind of like out there. He was beyond their control, and they didn't like that. So they just decided to get rid of him.
Okay.
And more recently, a director called Oliver Stone actually made a film called JFK in 1991, which is basically based entirely around proving that JFK was killed by an anonymous group of people. And one of the main points we just picked up in that is that in JFK's autopsy, when he was like, when they review like how he died, etc., there are 7 body wounds, but only 2 shots were fired.
Okay.
Which is...
What the fuck? That's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird.
Yeah. It is a bit... I haven't watched the film, but I reckon that'd be quite interesting to see.
I reckon it would be.
Change my mind on it.
So there's definitely something happening.
There was definitely something
So
happening.
yeah, a lot so it's either, there's loads of different theories, but I think most interesting is probably like the idea of the vice president doing it, or the global elite. So, I mean, it's either CIA agents, the vice president, a bunch of random global elites.
Random geezers.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of, or it was Fidel Castro. So you've got a lot of different options for JFK getting killed.
And there is quite a lot of evidence which points towards that it wasn't just... What was his name?
It wasn't just getting shot twice in the back.
Yeah,
by,
it wasn't just that.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey.
Mr. Oswald. So what do we think, guys? Lee Harvey.
I think that's quite believable, 100%.
I think it's almost kind of like a bit because they did like the presidential commission into it. It's kind of like immediately after Lyndon Johnson becomes president, the commission is kind of like obviously going to side with him. So it's not gonna...
It's much more believable than mine.
It wasn't just an assassination for an assassination's sake, was it? There was some sort of gain to be done by it. But I also feel like the fact that there was not really an investigation into it, really. But like, it could have went a lot more.
Yeah.
There was, other than the presidential commission, I didn't see anything on any other investigation. So, yeah. And also, another point is that Lee Harvey Oswald never admitted to the killing.
Oh, really?
Like at all. Never at all.
And did he go to prison then?
Yeah, he went to prison.
And he's in prison and he's still not admitting it?
Yeah, he's still not admitting it.
Oh, okay. That changes a lot.
I think he's dead now, actually, but I don't know. But he was found with a gun, so...
Yeah, but if you got found with a gun, surely you'd just be like, yeah, shit, it was me.
But so like that kind of adds in that he might have just been like planted there. It's like he was
with
like...
a gun, yeah.
But also, if you were going to get done for it anyway, you'd then just be like, you know, I'm going to get the same sentence in jail. If not, I'd get more if I don't admit to it. So...
Yeah.
If you had been in prison for like a solid 10 years, surely you would have owned up by now. Because it's not like you're getting out of prison anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
So what do we think of the believability of that?
What theory are you rating that he was assassinated?
Just overall.
But he wasn't assassinated by Lee Harvey.
You could, like, whichever one, which one do you believe the most? Was it the vice president? Was it Fidel Castro? Or was it a group of anonymous
I don't think it was a
elites?
group of anonymous elites. That's what I
Yeah.
Well, we'll get on to that.
I would
when we get to
fall
Illuminati.
more onto vice president, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most believable.
Yeah, and I'd give that a 6 out of 10, maybe 5.
I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Harley?
As for me, I don't believe that it was fucking this Lee Harvey kid or Harvey Lee whatever kid.
So
I
you
would probably
there's, like,
say
something else going
vice
on,
president. Yeah, it was definitely something else.
basically. Yeah, but just we don't know.
I'd probably give it a
Ooh.
7.
The biggest mark so far in the conspiracy videos.
Yeah, and the entire...
Yeah, 7. Hit that with a 7.
Next one isn't a rating believability, but I've basically got 3 different stories about one conspiracy theory. So this conspiracy theory is on the Ark of the Covenant, which, for those of you who don't know, because I know these 2 might not know, is a gold-covered chest described as holding the original 10 Commandments, as well as some other biblical stuff. So like this is a long time ago. It was originally stored in the temple in Jerusalem, like about 600 years before Jesus was born, so 600 BC. But then Jerusalem was conquered by some other people. I can't remember who they're called. And the Ark, there's no record of the Ark of the Covenant after that point, like at all.
Okay.
Nothing which is like concrete and official. So it's completely erased from the history of Jerusalem.
Just like the robber emoji.
Exactly.
Just like the what emoji?
The robber emoji, basically. There's
Emoji. You don't know about this?
No, I haven't. What happened?
Well, this is a conspiracy theory in itself.
Okay, right. I'll talk to you about it. So basically, loads of people are talking about the robber emoji, which used to be on my iPhone. Do you remember robber emoji? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Well, apparently, it was never a thing. Okay.
Fuck off.
People think it's a Mandela effect.
Yeah, people think it's a Mandela effect. It's not on anyone's phone, okay? It's not on the internet anywhere. And people who say they've used it in like Instagram posts and that, it's just gone.
No, bruv, what the fuck?
It's a scary thing. It's so creepy.
Are we talking about the robber emojis in like, it's like a half guy or whatever? Like, there's like shoulders and stuff.
But there's also one with, like,
yeah.
One with, like,
That's the one.
Sack over his
Yeah,
shoulders.
there's a rolling one. One's arm in front of the other one. And I can't remember whether he had blonde hair or black hair, but he was white.
It's gone.
And he had the
It's
mask
gone.
on. Yeah, it's not on the internet either. What the fuck?
Mate, it's...
We could do a whole episode of the Mandela effect, you know?
I do like that. I do love a
Shout,
Mandela effect.
Right, Phil, carry on.
So yeah, and like after that point, the Ark was like completely erased from any like official recorded history. So it's unknown whether it was like destroyed or stolen or like moved elsewhere for like safekeeping. And there are multiple claims and conspiracy theories as to where the Ark is right now. And I've picked 3 of them, 3 of the most interesting, I think. So the first theory is that the Ark was taken to Ethiopia because there's a text, a 13th century text from Ethiopia that records that the Ark was in fact brought to Ethiopia whilst a forgery was left in Jerusalem before Jerusalem was invaded, right?
Okay.
Other accounts from the 12th century claim that the open quotation, Abyssinians, which is like basically another word for Ethiopians, possessed the Ark of the Covenant. More recently, in 2009, now this is quite an interesting bit, the Patriarch of the Church in Ethiopia said he would announce the unveiling of the Ark of the Covenant the next day. But later, early the next day, cancelled the unveiling, but provided testament to having seen the Ark himself, which is a bit dodgy. Others
In Ethiopia.
This is the Patriarch of the Church in Ethiopia announced to unveil it, but then cancelled a day later.
Gotcha.
Others have said they have seen the so-called Ark in Ethiopia, but there are mixed accounts about whether it is the genuine Ark or not. So whether it's similar to the one which is described in the Bible and other records. But they have literally, the church in Ethiopia have said this is where it is. They've literally there's a building where they say it's in there, but it's just not public, which is the only problem with their theory. The next theory is a bit close to home, which is that the Ark of the Covenant is actually in the UK. Right now.
Oh, okay.
Big
Boris
money.
has it in his house.
Big flex, yeah.
Yeah, Boris just wants to flog it on, mate. That's why he wants lockdown.
he sticks his feet up on it, fucking.
He needs the money for his birthday. Right, carry on.
Right. In 2003, it was theorised that the Ark of the Covenant could have made its way to the UK in a book called The Templars and the Ark of the Covenant by a man called Graham Philip. So it was put forward that a crusader by the name of Ralph de Sudley, the leader of a Christian order known as the Templars, who were part of the Crusades at the time, may have discovered the Ark in the 12th century, hidden in the mountains of Jordan, where it had been left centuries ago after Jerusalem was conquered. He then returned to his estate in Warwickshire, England, with the Ark still in his possession. Now, there's nothing really majorly concrete around this, like any other records of it being there, but just a small chance that the Ark is now currently sitting in the UK, which is pretty cool.
Well, you know what they say, don't you?
What do they say, Harley?
It's coming home.
It's coming home. The Ark is coming home. That's the UK one. So I just put that in there mostly because it's the UK. We kind of had that, something like that. But I think this last one is probably the most likely out of all of them.
Okay.
Because there is actually an Ark. There is a solid Ark which is there, which people think might be the Ark of the Covenant. So, the story begins. In 1922, the royal tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, was opened up.
Oh, I know him.
By there you go. Was opened up by British archaeologist Howard Carter. He was found to have been buried with a number of artefacts, including a processional ark known as the Anubis Shrine. However,
Anubis.
However, when the findings of the tomb were released to the public, many theorised that the Anubis Shrine may instead be the fabled Ark of the Covenant. To add to this, it was believed by many that the Ark could have been brought to Egypt after the fall of Jerusalem, and could have been placed in the already constructed tomb of Tutankhamun to quote-unquote guard the treasury of the tomb.
Yeah, that sounds quite believable, actually.
That one is the only problem with it. The only problem is that the Ark which they found isn't the same description as the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible. But at the same time, that could be just false records from ages ago. So this is probably the most believable one, I think.
Okay. But also, how do you know someone just hasn't chucked it in the river?
They might have. No one has any idea where it is.
Phil's just presented 3 theories on it, and you've just gone, yeah, but it's probably just in the river, isn't it?
It probably is, to be honest.
To be fair, though, it could be.
No, they've just chucked it. They've just chucked it. They've launched it somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it's probably destroyed, to be honest. But
Yeah, exactly.
but like everyone always wants to keep the dream alive.
No, I know what you mean, because it's like 80% of the sea is undiscovered. It could just be in that 80%.
Well, it probably like would have deteriorated.
Is there any more theories, sorry?
Those are the 3. There are more, but these are the 3 I found most interesting for Ark of the Covenant.
Okay. Out of those, I reckon the most believable for me is the fucking Tutankhamun.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
That's quite a good one. So what? He got buried with it? Is
Yeah,
is that what they're saying? It's
no,
like...
he got buried like I think 700 years before they lost it, but it would have been quite easy just to move it in there with him, basically.
Cool, right.
Yeah.
And loads of there are some rumours that they did take it to Egypt. Like even the theory about Ethiopia, they say that originally it was taken to Egypt and then to Ethiopia.
Oh, yeah.
So,
John,
not too sure about that.
this is probably just my non-religious belief, but who cares that much?
No
like-
one. Well, I mean, clearly a lot.
Like the fact it went missing, I mean, fair, that's pretty spooky, but like,
I think
who would take a lot of time and effort to take something like that? You know? Or is that just me being like narrow-minded?
Yeah, I think you get like some theories which are like, okay, it makes sense to theorise about this because there's actually something at the end of it. Like, probably more on the JFK side of things. It's kind of like, well, if he's been killed by someone else, then we have the
Something
right to
did
know.
happen.
But I mean, this is just like, it's just something to know, isn't it? Like, we don't need to know; it's just there to be known. But anyway,
Yeah, 100%.
that one.
Phil, I'm looking forward to your
the
next
the next one
conspiracy theory.
is probably the most interesting. I think it's the most interesting. There was a lot more I could have put in this, but like this is what I've got. So the last one is on the Illuminati.
I love theories on the Illuminati.
Yeah, same.
The Illuminati, like the conspiracy around the Illuminati, is actually part of a large conspiracy theory that there are secret societies that control the world. So again, it's kind of linked back to the JFK thing, like the anonymous group of elites who are kind of just controlling the world. The original Illuminati, which was like, this is confirmed, there was an Illuminati, was originally called the Bavarian Illuminati and originated in 18th century Germany.
Right.
And it primarily worked to spread ideas of like the Enlightenment, so basically to move away from religious beliefs and kind of be a bit more open-minded about things.
Right.
However, a number of problems, including suppression in Bavaria, in Germany, made the Illuminati kind of like break apart and fade away basically. So they weren't like an established thing. However, many believe that the society still lives on today and has influenced a number of major historical events, including elections of popes, the French Revolution, which was the embodiment of the Enlightenment's views. So kind of it sticks with the original Illuminati. The Battle of Waterloo, when we fought Napoleon, and the assassination of JFK, which of course we have already mentioned. They are allegedly responsible for the infamous pyramid and eye symbol on the $1 note, which is commonly associated with, nowadays, and it's used basically all the time in America. Accusations have been made against numerous US presidents linking them to the society. At least 18 of the first 37 presidents were related to each other in some way, so either through marriage or blood or whatever, leading theorists to believe that a secret society or societies were working behind the scenes to get this president elected, like these presidents elected. So it's almost become like if you're born into it, you're part of the Illuminati, like literally cult mentality. More recently though, that was ages ago, that's last century. More recently, Obama has been linked to the Illuminati, when he was accused of packing his cabinet with people from various so-called elitist societies. Other links to societies include both presidential candidates in 2004 being part of another society linked to the Illuminati called the Skull and Bones Society, which a lot of elites in America, I think, there's quite a few actually linked to this society, which was that society was originally formed in 1832. But it's not just in the US. So there's like two major links in the UK as well, which is Benjamin Disraeli, who was like Prime Minister of the UK way back when, was accused of sympathising with the goals of the Illuminati, basically saying that like basically subscribing to like the Enlightenment views and stuff like that, like the idea of like an elitist society running the world. And more recently, Gordon Brown was accused of the exact same thing.
Gordon, you naughty boy.
First time you said Gordon, I thought you were going to say Ramsey, and I was going to cry.
No, not Gordon Ramsay.
The US might invade.
I was like, no.
Where's the lamb sauce? Fucking Illuminati stole it, mate. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot more to it, especially with the links like for the 18 presidents. I think that's probably the weirdest part about it. Is like you have basically one family controlling the US for pretty much half of its history.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. What makes it kind of believable is that it used to be a thing.
Like, yeah, there's like 100% proof that it was a thing. Yeah.
So maybe like it just kept it going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There was actually a film called what's it called? I think it's called Inferno or something, which is like Tom Hanks is in it, and it's basically like about the Illuminati's all of the Illuminati's links to the Catholic Church and stuff like that, and how there's like loads of different connections with the Catholic Church.
Really?
I haven't got anything like that much here, apart from like the Pope elections things. But apparently they had quite an established, like Galileo, even though he was before like the original Illuminati, it's still kind of linked in as like there's just been like a global elite running things for centuries, and all of these different figures, which could
be true.
Pretty mad, not gonna lie. So what do we think of that one?
Yeah.
It makes sense that if you had money, you'd join this elitist group, or like if you had status of some sort.
Yeah. And there are like fraternity groups in the US, like the Skull and Bones like society. That is like it is literally a society, where so many US elites come from these societies, all these small little fraternity societies, which potentially could all be linked together as this one group.
Yeah.
Basically the Illuminati. Whether they call themselves the Illuminati or not, it's just like the Illuminati is just a name given to them by theorists, I think, apart from the original.
By people. Well, I think there definitely is something along those lines.
There's some kind of
group
background. There's something happening which we don't know about, basically.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the other day, this is probably going off topic, but I don't care. I was watching the thing about Salisbury poisoning.
Oh yeah. When the two.
What was that, like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was saying about how the police and that kept information back from us because they didn't want to scare us.
Yeah.
And that just got me thinking, what else are they keeping from us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
No,
knows?
to be fair though, right, with the whole like Illuminati thing, in theory, if you got, say, a dozen people with a fuck ton of money, of course they'd be able to use it to like sway shit. Like we're thinking multi-millionaires and stuff like that. Like surely they could bribe people and shit like that. Like
it's just like we're not sure if it's like an established group of people, if it's just people doing their own thing, trying to influence their own shit, basically.
So, yeah.
But then you also have like people talk about like the establishment or something, like basically like what normally happens and like the normal goings on of things in government. Yeah, like people saying like everything, all the elections and all the political side of things, the government side of things, it's all rigged to like keep the establishment as the establishment of like the government of a country, and you kind of see that because basically like president after president, prime minister after prime minister, it's all kind of like generally the same story from each of them. There's nothing really wildly different about them.
My believability for that is it is quite believable, but I don't think it is a thing such as the Illuminati. I don't think it's going to be like a special group. I'm all like, oh, we're part of the Illuminati now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have like
I don't know,
rituals and stuff. I don't know at the same time because it's like I feel like there is some kind of there could quite
higher
easily
power.
be some kind of group behind it all, but at the same time, I just don't know if it's like an established group.
I just sort of feel like because the Illuminati has been like talked about for a fucking while. Surely some people who like had a lot of money would just be like, do you just want to kick this off? Shall we actually make a group with a lot of money? So I feel like it's a lot more plausible than what you're sort of making it out to be, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like there could definitely be a lot more of a chance of it happening, especially if people kept talking about it and then sort of put the idea in their heads to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But I think it'll be quite hard with all like the international laws, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but they got money. Like, does it affect them?
But maybe they're the ones making the international law.
Yeah.
Maybe they're controlling everything.
Also, wait, side note, is it an actual thing that there's no laws in international waters?
No, you just have to follow different rules, I think.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, right. Anyway, that was just something else.
I can't remember. I just don't know. I've never heard of international waters laws.
No, you just. I think that is laws, but you're not
it's not
confined
it's not
to like following a certain country's laws.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Or maybe it's like whichever country owns the boat, isn't it, or something like that.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever he lays his hat is his home.
But anyway, where do you rank these? How would you rank these in believability? The Ark of the Covenant one, like, just put that as like, do you think it's still around or not?
Okay, so for me, Ark of Covenant, nah, it's not still around. What was the first one you said?
JFK, that's the one.
Oh. Yeah,
what was the
he
one
got
you just
shot.
said? Oh, Illuminati. Illuminati was
he got shot.
was the second most believable, and JFK, something different definitely happened, so that is my top.
And what are your final scores for them? I can't
Mate,
remember.
fuck knows that. I forgot all about that.
I feel like Ark of the Covenant, right? I don't feel like it's around as in it's in someone's possession. I feel like it's like it's in the sea.
Nah, mate, Boris has it.
Boris is smoking a doobie off it, right? He's doing a number. Right. He's probably melted it down and made it his bathtub, hasn't he? Like,
the only thing is, like, there's literally like there's no recording of what has happened to it. Like, there's no like saying like, oh yeah, the people who invaded destroyed it.
That's why I feel like it's under siege.
That's the one thing I have. Is like there's literally no recording of it.
That's what I mean. In my head, right? In my head, I had this image panned out, and I didn't mention it because it made me sound like a weirdo. But here we go. Imagine you've done a crusade, right?
Yeah.
And then you've like, oh shit, I found the Ark of the Covenant, right?
Yeah.
And you take it and put it on your boat, and then through your journeys, it ends up slipping off and then coming out. You wouldn't tell anyone. You wouldn't be like, oh, it was in our possession, and then we lost it. So you'd be like, oh shit, I don't know what happened to it. Like. That's what I feel might have happened.
Yeah,
that's what I feel might have happened. It's just it slipped off into the ocean, and no one's gonna. No one's gonna say it.
How can you be
Slipped off
that
a boat.
careless with the Ark of the fucking Covenant?
So if there's people like me, mate, anything could happen, right?
Well,
So I thought I'd get a load of
like
people.
Most people aren't like you. So.
I don't know, to get people who lack brain cells to do all the heavy lifting, and then they'd probably drop it. But I feel like that's my least believable one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I'd say JFK second. And then I'd say the Illuminati, and there being a group called not necessarily called the Illuminati.
Not called,
Which is
yeah.
like a group of elite.
Yeah, I think that is a group.
Yeah, a group of elites. Fucking
Yeah,
about is
100%.
definitely top, and I'd give that one a solid 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Because I firmly believe it.
What's yours, Phil?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought about this, even though I've done it all.
Yeah, I've definitely thought about this film, don't know.
I reckon Ark of the Covenant is a solid 3 out of 10. So that's my bottom one again.
Yeah.
Because I really want it to be true. Because it would be kind of cool just to find it 2,500
Find it,
years
yeah, it
later
would be quite
and be
sick.
like, shit, well there it is.
Imagine if you found it and just sold it. Like, you'd get
Yeah,
bank.
yeah. Or if you sold it and not realising what it is, and then the other person's like, oh shit, we got the Ark of the Covenant here. Let's just take out the Ten Commandments, start, reciting biblical passages and shite.
But who
We've
cares?
just lost a couple $1 million. Pounds. I can't believe I said dollars. Fuck.
Oh,
Anyway,
weirdo,
shocking.
weirdo.
We're going for our international audience there.
At least you didn't say euros.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I would have preferred you saying euros if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, anyway, I think Illuminati's probably top for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like top
Yeah.
top like what Reuben said. I feel like it could be like
Top,
a
top, top,
6
top,
or a
top.
7.
Like bottom top.
Yeah.
Sick. Anyway, yeah, Illuminati top with like 6
Nah.
or 7, and then JFK 5 or 6. I reckon that's my ranking.
Fair enough. I'll allow that.
Well, anyway, guys, that's the 3 conspiracy theories. What do you think? Which one do you think is the most believable? Put it down in the comments. Give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I think we're done, boys. Yeah. Thanks a lot
Cheers,
for
lads.
watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Live a good life.
See you all later.